Yo, with the station that holds you down with the hottest hip-hop and R&B joints. It's Philly's Power 99 FM.
Ooh. Bridget Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. God, man, your voice is so pretty.
Thanks.
Bridget Kelly, guys. I mean, listen, let's break down what you just did right now.
Okay.
Right?
Come on.
Special Delivery was the first track that she just performed.
Yes.
That's actually off your debut mixtape, right?
Special Delivery is my very first single. Yeah. It's going to be on the album. And then Street
it's
Dreamin'.
making the album.
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. So now, and then the second song you did, one of my personal favorites. It's so summer. It's so fun. The song with Kendrick Lamar, Street Dreamin', and that's going to be on the album as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So the album's called Something Different, and it's coming out in September.
This fall. I'm aiming for September, but every time it's an artist curse. Every time you say it's coming out, they want to push it back, so I'm just going to go with the fall.
Right. Well, I've known you for a minute now, and you're very talented, Bridget.
Thank you,
and you're signed to Rock Nation.
I am.
Big label. A lot of people are signed to it. So a lot of your fans have been wondering and waiting, when is Bridget Kelly coming with her album? You've been working though. You've been doing tours. You've been performing with Mary J. Blige. You went on tour with Jay-Z. You opened for Jay-Z at the Barclays Center for on New Year's Eve. That's not something that Jay-Z just lets anybody do.
Agreed.
So clearly you're talented. He's putting you in where you need to be. But what do you think is a holdup at this point? Because I know a lot of people are excited. I'm excited about you, and your fans are excited about you.
I think I've just taken my time with it. I really wanted to perfect the project and make sure it sounds exactly how I wanted it to. And one of the biggest lessons Jay ever taught me was to be patient with myself and with my process, and just make sure everything sounds the way it's supposed to sound. And it's always a work in progress. I don't just want to start throwing records out and mixtapes out, and it's different. It's different for rappers, of course. You know what I'm saying? For J. Cole, it's very different. He can do a million mixtapes and everybody's gonna love it, and then follow up with the album. For me, I feel like people may not listen to a 19, 20 track listing of an R&B mixtape. So, I really wanted to take my time with the process, but the album is coming this year. It's definitely coming this year.
I'm so happy. When you announced it, I was like, yes, it's coming. So Something Different.
Yes.
Obviously, you're something a little different.
A little bit.
Is that the inspiration for the album title?
You know what? I just felt like with where R&B is at right now, it's so eclectic and everybody's so, just gravitating towards it. R&B is coming back as pop music again, which is so incredible because I think about my childhood and R&B music was pop music. Boyz II Men and, Tony Braxton and Keith, all that stuff was all pop music. That's what we came up on. So I'm excited to see this new wave of R&B artists like myself and Elle Varner and Luke James and Miguel and The Weeknd and Ray Vaughn and all these artists just doing something a little bit left. We're still soulful. We're still, getting some classic sounds in there, but we're definitely talking about some new age things, and that's cool. I think that's what makes it something different.
Right. With the album, is Jay very involved, or is it you in the studio kind of crafting it?
You know what? It's definitely me crafting and then making the presentation. Like, what do you think about this now? And it's like, okay, well, let's listen to it. And then we'll listen to it. And it's like, all right, you think you're done? He's never insulted or shut me down, but it's definitely do you think you're done now? And I'm like, I feel like that's a no. I feel like I'm not done. So I'm gonna go back to the drawing board and make sure everything is complete before I, present again. But he's always honest and gives me great feedback. So I'm blessed to have that.
Well, Cole has been very open about his first album debut struggle. Jay did the same thing to him. And I guess it's because your first album has to be that album, and it's really going to set the tone. So he's really interested in your longevity because he wants to make sure that this first thing is right.
Absolutely.
So when you go back to the drawing board, like, how is it that you attack his critiques? Like, what does he say to you?
It's more so just like, okay, well, this doesn't. If you're gonna tell the story this way in this song, then maybe you should try to say something differently in this record, or maybe attempt to dig a little deeper. If that's all you're gonna say, if that's all you're gonna talk about, then you can't be doing a record like this other record that's just bearing your all. You know what I'm saying? So he's just always been really honest about the flow of the music. You know what I mean? It's never like critique song by song. It's like as a full body of work. His biggest concern with me was making sure that everything was fluid and consistent, and everybody would be able to really get who I am from every single record.
Who are you working with?
Shay Taylor,
Okay.
Jerry Wonder.
Okay.
Pop and Oak.
Okay.
Some of my faves.
You're nice.
You know, Pop is from out here in Philly, actually.
Yes. And they did the El Varner record too.
Refill. You know, and so it's those are my guys, man. I found some chemistry with them, and I'm sticking to it.
So you're writing too, right? Because you're a writer.
Absolutely. This project, I took a back seat because I got to work with Neo and The Dream and Sam Dew and Chris Style, and I just felt like, man, I'm just gonna be a fly on the wall because I didn't want to walk in the studio and be like, you know what, Neo, you just sit tight. This one, I got this one. Okay,
I got
you just
this.
watch
This is
me.
my
Don't
album.
believe me, just watch. I couldn't do that to Neo, so I had to really just, eat some humble pie and just learn. Man, it was such a great learning experience for me.
Sam Dew.
Sam
The
Dew.
song with Wale.
I love him.
Sam
I love
Dew
him. I'm so
makes
happy.
me like my hair stand up.
He's
that
wonderful.
like yes.
He's so talented and he's so humble and so down to earth and low key and just keeps it chill.
Does Neo have you fist pumping or is he doing the
No.
R&B? Is there no fist pumping?
No, Neo fist pumps only with
With
Pitbull
himself?
and himself, but not with us. Not with me. I'm not a fist pumping girl in my studio sessions. But Neo is one of the greatest R&B writers of our time for sure, and I love working with him. He understands women. He understands me. I'm pretty much an open book, and we have a lot of fun. We crack jokes, but he's definitely R&B. He's still got that R&B, man. He's still got it in him. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the 4 on the Floor records. He's got it.
Listen.
Chill with the station that holds you down with the hottest hip hop and R&B joints. It's Philly's Power 99 FM.